Okay, my mistake. Now we are ready for Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights with Coley. Coley, please take it away.
All right, hello everybody. Yes, my name is Coley, and I'm here running down Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights. I also have my lovely co-host with me. If you'd like to introduce yourself.
What's up, everyone? My name is Nastani, and I'll be doing some hosting, some yapping, while Cole does all the work.
Well, thanks. I'm glad that you're here helping me, I guess. So today we're going to be doing a very special category, which is called All Monster Tokens. And the goal of this category, just to explain it real quick, because once we jump into this game, once we jump into new game, it's going to be kind of crazy. But new game all monster tokens, basically the premise is that we need to collect all of the monster tokens, and at the very end of the game, beat the final boss, the Mastermind. The monster tokens are just these kind of special collectibles where you can go and see some extras in like their fun little monster gallery menu thing. So, with that just very quickly clarified, the timer will start when we hit new game, and I'll just do a simple 3, 2, 1, go countdown. So, 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, here we go. Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights. We're here. If you're not familiar with this game, it's a 3D platformer with some Completithon elements to it, some Metroidvania elements to it, and that means we're probably going to be doing a lot of sequence breaking. This is going to be pretty cool. So we're here in the tutorial level where we already have our very first monster token here. That's what it looks like up there. It's just a big old giant coin with a monster picture right there. And we need to collect all of those things. And you also see floating around the room all these brown cookie things. Well, those are actually Scooby snacks. They're in every single level, and that's kind of like the currency of this game. We need to pay our first snack gate up here out of many. This is what they look like. The first one here is 25 snacks, but don't be fooled by that because they get pretty expensive. The last one that we need to pay to enter the final boss is 850 snacks. Thankfully, though, we have a few tricks up our sleeve that you'll see in a little bit that will allow us to skip a lot of those snack gates. But we're going to do cool jumps like that, get snack boxes, which cost 5 snacks, and get this key to talk to Holly, who will give us a map, which is a very important item that we will talk about why a little bit later. But we're just going to run out here, talk to the wonderful groundskeeper, also known as Don Knotts, get a shovel for us to dig, even though we're a dog, but, you know, we got to be clean. You know, dirt can get kind of grimy. And we're immediately going to go and try and get our first item in the dock levels here.
Yeah, we really just like don't, you know, we don't want the dirt like in our nails. Like it's kind of like, you know, we've got to stay clean, you know, and so we just need the shovel. Like, come on. Yeah. But if you notice, Cole's I'll talk about the movement of Scooby a little bit. Basically, what Cole's doing a lot is that you see him doing this charge attack where he kind of puts down his head, little sound like plays. Every time he does that, you notice Scooby's actually slowing down at the beginning of the animation, and near the end of the animation, he's actually speeding up. And so basically what this means is that we're only going to want to use this charge attack over long distances. So if Cole is like doing some like short, like kind of platforming, you're not really going to see him do much of the charging. It's only going to be over longer distances. But right now, this is our first like kind of mini skip of the game, where normally we're supposed to do this mini game with Shaggy, where he throws up into a box. But we're a strong, independent dog, and we don't need no man, so we're just gonna get right up on the box ourselves. Because like, this guy is useless, bro. We just press A and just jump forehead. But now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna get the last couple of these snacks to pay the 50 snack gate coming up here, and in the next level, by the way, it is 2550, but these do scale up, like we've said. But we're also going to be skipping most of them. I think we pay 2 more snack gates for the rest of the run, and there's like 20 or something in the game. So but this is the tar. This is sticky tar, and as you notice, Cole's kind of jumping out and around this tar because when you're on the tar, you can't run or jump. But in this level, if we jump with the first frame, then we can get off the tar without before the game basically sucks us back down, right? And so this means that we can do this thing, which looks pretty easy, but it's kind of precarious because there's a bunch of invisible walls here. But luckily, if you're the wiggle master, you can just like wiggle yourself through the wall, and then you get it. And then we're gonna, drown Scooby.
As well.
But we drown him because, we're gonna, it basically is, it's like a death abuse, right? So we don't have to backtrack the whole level. It just takes us to where we entered the level. And then we're gonna drown him again. I lied. For attention. We just skip the level. So that's a void warp. Basically, the simplest way to put this is that whenever you get out of bounds as Scooby, you warp to the intended beginning entrance of a level. So the level we were just in was Pier 2, and this level that we were in was Pier 1. And so 2 to 1, 2 to 1, it's like math, numbers, right? Yeah. 2 minus 1. Anyway, so we're going to jump some very visible ledges, of course, here to get this our second monster token of the thing. Just don't worry about it. There's a lot of good ledges in this game, and we're going to exploit all of them. And we're going to hit our head on the ceiling, too.
This is the hardest platforming in the game right here, so... Can you please get up?
But
there we go. Take a warp gate fast travel out of here.
But yeah, and basically like void warps is the fastest way to move through levels when we're going through them specifically backwards. So if we're going forwards through levels, like for example in these hedge levels coming up, we're going through them forwards. So void warps are literally not useful even if we could do them. But now we're going to make our way to our second upgrade because we just collected the springs. I don't know if I mentioned that, but it just allows us to double jump. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but we're on our way to the helmet.
Yeah. I'm telling you guys, this it gets pretty crazy. There's a lot going on in this run here, but you probably just saw that I skipped that monster token back there, and you're like, wait, go back and get it. And it's okay. There's a gate that's blocking our way, and we're actually going to go get that item. Wait, oh my god. But we'll be back here later, so no worries. We need an item to go get that, which we're on our way to go get, as Nasani mentioned, the football helmet. Let me see if I can...
Yeah, because notoriously, in order to open gates, you need to bang your head on it with a helmet. You can't use your hands, you can't use a key or anything.
Yeah,
you need to bang your head on the gate in order to open it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you do in real life. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It gets to be a bit of a headache sometimes, but that's just how the world works. So,
all right.
Anyway,
hey guys, I'm gonna head out.
Hey, I need you, please.
You've got the rest of this, right?
Stay, please. All right. So I gotta explain some routing stuff here real quick. So. These levels at the beginning
I guess we
half
should
of
talk about the game at some point.
Yeah, probably. They're in kind of a big loop. And see this gate? Remember how I said we needed like a helmet, but we could just walk right through it like that. Totally fine.
Yeah, the walls just don't work.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that trick at home if you just hold up left on the D-pad. But I should explain why we did this and why we're in these levels now. So all these levels are kind of in a loop, and the intended way to go is to go through the Shaggy auto-scroller level where he rides on a lawnmower and all these really long hill levels, but we really don't want to do that because we can go through these levels instead. These levels you're supposed to go to after you collect the helmet and a bunch of other stuff, and that shortcut that we just did that gate clip through, it's usually only one way, but because we're kind of breaking everything, we're able to go through these levels backwards, and they're much faster, mainly because of this. So we're going to jump out of bounds right here, get on this invisible wall. Just going to...
Cataclysmically out of bounds yet again.
Yep, we're going to get on this ledge here. And then I'm going to make sure I don't hold the run button, but charge, because those are different. Skid, and then jump. And I wanted to skid there so I can get over Death Plane, magically teleport back to the beginning of the level, and do another void warp. And skid jumping basically helps us get what's called coyote frames, so then we can still do a jump input after we're off of a ledge. It's very, very useful. And I believe...
And basically for context of like why we do the void warp too, is that this route just going backwards through Skull Cliff, just like if you just walk through them, like not like taking out the void warps, it saves 2 minutes. But 1 minute of that is just the void warp. Right, so like we can literally save a whole minute because Skull 4 is actually the second longest level in the game. So we just saved a ton of time by just doing that singular void warp.
Yeah, and you
and
may
now we're not
also...
going to void warp ever again.
Well, yeah, there's no void warp.
Well, hopefully, I mean we can accidentally void warp.
We could. There actually is a few places we could void warp, which is bad, because we don't want to go backwards. But as you can see a little bit, if you kept a close eye, this game doesn't have camera control. It kind of just has an automatic camera.
It does have chaos control though.
Chaos control. Nice. Whew, that's kind of a weird jump. But
no
thankfully,
Jaxler moment here.
He can't defend himself. Hey, watch Jax later in this event though. But anyway,
true. Hashtag
we were able to go through those levels backwards pretty well. I've done this a few times. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm a little used to it. So we're here in the hill. I'm trying to just make a nice cycle because there's a dangerous boulder. Okay, we're good. We're just gonna jump over these enemies. But at the top of this hill is the helmet, and the helmet is a very nice item. It allows us to get more items that we need. So that we can actually do everything that we want to do in this run. But then it also helps us push some buttons and break things and open gates, like we mentioned before.
We also literally need it to beat the boss. So
we do need it. We literally need it. Boss. Yep. Die. It's faster.
Yeah.
Sorry,
we do.
Scooby.
Yeah. Scooby's. Yeah. Again, like death abusing, you're gonna see a lot in this game because just killing Scooby is optimal.
Yeah.
And
let's
speaking
hope I
of
don't
optimal,
do it right now.
We're gonna try. Yeah, we're gonna try not to kill Scooby. This is the hardest skip in the game. And the reason why is that there is a ton of invisible death planes. Invisible ones, like right there.
Invisible walls.
But they're like a ton of invisible walls, invisible death planes. And basically, if Cole makes one wrong move, he dies, smile. But if he does this correctly, he does a trick called Creepy Early, which you could probably guess means that you get into the levels called Creepy early. Really good naming convention. And basically how this trick works is I have no idea. So basically if Cole becomes the wiggle master, he'll just wiggle through the wall if you go wiggle mode. And we're just gonna hope that he wiggles good enough to get into the thing. And when you don't wiggle enough, the wall just pushes you out into the death planes because on this version of the game, there is a ton of death planes, which is why we have to do this like weird kind of loop thing. But the reason we're doing this is a lot of reasons, mainly to skip the Black Knight boss fight because we're skipping all the things that the tar is blocking. We kind of did that with Fishy Skip earlier, but this is cementing the fact that we are skipping the Black Knight boss fight. And then furthermore, we're skipping a bunch of Coast and Fishy levels. Now, we went into Fishy 4, but the thing about the tokens in this game is that there's tokens in Fishy 1 and Fishy 4. And then there's tokens in Coast 3 and 2. And so basically by doing this is that we cut out half of the Fishy and Coast levels.
Oh my gosh.
And then we can backtrack through them quicker via this route. But we finally got in. Really hard trick to do, but that was relatively quick, you know, for a marathon especially. So very, very nicely done. But now we do this primarily so that we spawn basically in Creepy, which is right next to the lighthouse levels, which is right next to 2 other tokens in Coast and the Super Smash. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, let me get this warp gate so I don't have to do that ever again. That warp gate's actually super, super useful. But all right, here we go. Let's enter the Coast levels. You're gonna immediately see a nice snack gate that we skipped. I think you'll see the price just for a second, but it was 500 snacks, that one. So it's very nice that we don't have to go and pay that. But
yeah,
we're gonna get this
too
monster
broke
token
to pay the snack gate. Just being very clear, you can technically hit that one, but
all right. Just like in the last run you saw, we're gonna walk on some water, become Great Dane Jesus, and get that monster token right there. Usually you'd have to jump across all those boats, and we don't even have the intended item to get that monster token yet. But you know, with the power of
what
Scooby,
is the intended item to do that anyway?
The Super
I actually
Smash,
don't know.
which we're about to go get.
Oh, okay.
All right. So the
Right.
next one, we're gonna just jump on some boxes, which are very loud. I'm sorry, but they can also kill me. Nice. And then we can get the token. And you know what?
These boxes are really cool.
I'm kind of done playing this game. Psych! I'm just gonna do this.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
that was very aggressive.
Sorry.
Anyway,
I just
so
got really
now we're
excited.
back in Which Way after warping, and basically now we're gonna go get the Super Smash.
Wait.
upgrade.
All right, let me. Oh,
What?
Should I'm gonna explain it real quick. I feel bad that I didn't explain
I mean,
the trick.
we don't really need to explain it, man. Like it's like you just warped like from anywhere in the game, and like didn't like you warped without a warp gate. Like you didn't need one. Like
I mean, it's just
I
really
don't think
cool.
it's that
I just feel like we
important
should show.
But we're getting the Super Smash, man. Like
Well,
the Super
I mean, that is
Smash
really
so
cool. The Super
Like,
Smash is like the ground pound for Mario, I know, but like I feel like, I mean, we just warped without a warp gate. That has some crazy implications. Like we could do that so many times in this run, and if we fail, we quit the game. Then the run would be over.
I mean, yeah, you could quit the game, but like that's like you just don't quit the game for it. You know what I mean? And like because like all you're really doing is that you're just like hovering on quit game, yes, and then unplugging it and pressing A on the same time, and then trying to not quit the game. And if you do that, you spawn a second pause menu, which just miraculously gives you the ability to warp from anywhere without the warp gate. And it's actually a really cool high risk risk, high reward mechanic to the game that makes the topping really fun. But like, I don't think that's really important to say when we're literally using the charge attack to minimize Scooby's hitbox so that we get around all these enemies without hitting them in order to get to the top and get the cycle really good and then get the super smash.
I'm just going to do it again.
Yeah, I guess we're doing it again.
Unplug the controller, quick game, warp from anywhere because it has 2 pause menus open. Not a big deal, I guess.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, man. Like the Super Smash, it's Mario, guys. We ground pound like Mario.
It's Mario.
Mario's way cooler. I don't know. Like,
what?
I'm for the
take that back. Take that back.
I mean, Mario.
No. All right, this is embarrassing.
We're on our way to the plungers, which we literally need this upgrade for literally one.
Yeah, we're just trying to get a bunch of items right now, so we can get all the tokens later. Anyway,
but speaking of Mario, if we have any readings, now would be a good time to do them.
Yeah. We have a few donations here. I've got $10 from Jaxler, who says coin science.
Hey, come on! That's not cool. That's
COI.
I can't spell. It's because I can't spell coincidence. What a coincidence.
And we also have $5 from Che, who says, congrats to Coley, my favorite Scooby speedrunner. Keep being awesome and good luck on the run.
Whoa. Huh?
Oh, get completely destroyed. Oh, man, I'm the favorite.
Question mark? I'm right here.
Let's go.
It was just drawn in the sand, apparently.
Wow. Well, thank you for those wonderful donations. Please donate to the Girls Make Games Scholarship. All right. I'm going to lock in.
But now we're going to kind of get back into it, and we're going to skip 50% of the game with 4 ledges. In about 10 seconds.
There we go. There's 2.
So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, this is my favorite Wii Fit streamer. That's true, chat.
I can't believe I didn't even get this in my.
You got half that. That's crazy. Okay, so he just did those 4 ledges. Those are actually like, this is the second hardest trick in the game that he just did that we just completely glossed over. But that is ridiculously hard to do. It doesn't look like it, but it's so hard. And basically, when I say skip 50% of the game, we skip the green ghost boss fight and we skip the Redbeard boss fight, right? And though, in order to get to those boss fights, you have to go through a lot of levels, like all the graveyard levels to get to green ghost, all the shipwreck levels to get to Redbeard, and we skipped all of that. And now we're at the end of the game, and technically, we could go beat Mastermind right now, but 2 problems. A, we're broke. We only have 600 snacks, bro. We can't. We
don't
broke.
Have anything.
Turbo broke. It's looking like my bank account out there. But second of all, we need to actually collect all the tokens in the game. So we need to go do that. But and the reason and basically what we're gonna do is that we're gonna grab that warp gate, and we basically do that because, again, if you noticed, Cole, after he got the plungers, he took another tumble. We killed Scooby yet again. Someone get a death counter. I don't it's like an Elden Ring death counter, except it's just Scooby.
Here we get this token, by the way.
Yeah, with the helmet. Yeah. That's true. We did get that. But now we're kind of rounding back to the hedge levels.
Yep, we are on our way to fight the Green Ghost boss fight, which is going to give us a super useful power up, an umbrella. And
we did skip him, but we're going back because
we got to go back. It was faster. It was close by, and we could do the skip. You know what I mean? But that the umbrella is a super useful item. Trust me, it's not just for the rain. It does rain in this game, but Scooby does not care.
Wait, does it rain in this game?
Yeah, it does.
I don't think so.
Levels, it does. What are you talking about? It snows at the top of the hill. You don't think it can rain?
Well. Yeah, but it only snows on one day out of
the year.
Why are you
my commentator, man? You don't know anything about this game.
I don't know anything about this game. I'll be so real. I didn't know there was rain in the game.
But anyway, we're back. We're backtracking and taking that same shortcut that we used to kind of break the system last time. But we need to make a quick detour. I'm going slow here on purpose so I can time a very specific jump. Because again, we don't need the gloss. We don't need to fight the Black Knight. We can avoid this tar by just.
Dude, the Black Knight is just so irrelevant in this game. It's crazy. He's just so, he doesn't give you anything, man.
And here's the monster token. And we give a big hug to the Thorn Ball. Because it's faster. I'm so sorry, Scooby. I actually do kind of feel a little guilty. I never really thought about it.
Yeah.
We are
he's spreading it down. Scooby's just playing ARAM, bro. He's just 0-14 right now. Just like, don't worry about it. He's bringing it.
Jumping a little bit and delaying on purpose so then I can do this. The ground pound is such a nice move. And there we go. We got the
it basically refreshes your jump whenever you hit an enemy on the head. So we basically bonk him on the head, and then we get our jump back. And he basically delayed there just so that the gargoyle gets higher up in the air. Because if he's too low, we don't have enough height in order to get up there.
Yep.
But as we're making our way through, this is Misbehavin' 2. We're gonna go into what's that smell, bro? Like, do you smell that?
What?
You smell that?
Kind of. I guess I do smell something. What is it?
It's kind of stinky, bro. It's like it reeks in this level, man.
Yeah.
It smells like an auto scroller, dude. Like it.
Oh no, not. Oh man, really?
And there's a fish there too. Like, look at his hair.
Worst
that can't
enemy
smell good
either.
either. Like that's gotta. Like he's it can't be good. Like it's just not good, man.
Man,
anyway,
I don't like auto scrollers.
Yeah, this is actually the only auto scroller in the game that we don't have a skip for. In all seriousness,
that is kind of
we actually skip all the other auto scrollers. We skip the Hedge 4 auto scroller, and spoiler alert: in 2 levels we're going to skip another auto scroller. But this one, unfortunately, we just wait for the water to rise. But we have to go through this level in order to get to the Green Ghost boss fight and to get some tokens. So if you're an aspiraling glitch hunter and you want to find, the skip that we can't find because we've been banging our head against the wall forever, help, please, we need help. But speaking of need help, this would be a good time to do some readings for the rest of this level as we're literally just watching water rise, not to be confused with paint dry.
Yeah, I could definitely handle that. So real quick, I just wanted to mention we do have some really cool incentives open right now. First off, we need to hit a total of $1,111 raised through the course of the marathon to get Big Head mode for Incredible Crisis, which if you have not seen Incredible Crisis, you need to see Incredible Crisis. It lives up to the name. Big Head mode will just make it even more... Yeah, Big Head mode is just like... I feel like Big Head mode is like just the thing that the universal, like if we're gonna put a weird cheat code in our game in the 90s, it's gonna be Big Head mode.
Okay. Cool.
I think known as DK mode in GoldenEye, if anyone's familiar with that. We do also have a bid war open. That is for Children of the Sun. We can either hug the protagonist or we can save the frames. So please get your donations in for that. That's going to be later today. I like hugs, but, time is of the essence. So I guess it's up to you. It's a morality bid war. So get your donations in for that.
All right.
And speaking of morality, we did just murder Scooby again for fun this time.
Murdering? I feel so bad.
Yeah, it's for a cutscene skip though. Like the game is like, ooh, wow, look at this giant auto scroller, and we don't care because we just jump up some ledges on the wall in order to skip this and knock down all these urns.
Boom. By the way,
for Aaron, because he earned an iron urn.
Aaron.
Is that really what we sound like?
Talk like that? Every time, man. All right. So yeah, we just completely broke that auto scroller. We're also gonna hold down left and R again to kill Scooby.
Kill Scooby.
It's fat.
We just can't get enough, man.
I'm sorry. Look, Scooby's fine. He's fine. I mean, look at his face in the top left.
He has unlimited lives. We're allowed to kill him for fun. Like he has unlimited lives. There's no Sonic death thing. Hey, man.
What? Anyway, all right, so we're here.
We're surely not going to kill Scooby again.
No, we're not. No, but we got a nice secret over here with this monster token, and we just got one more monster token to get in this section. We're also going to warp to a place that we've never been before, and that's purely because they just copy and pasted the warp gate, so it has the same address. So if you unlock one, then you unlock the other. It's really nice and great. So we're able to skip another snack gate, a 600 snack gate. And we're just going to go to this secret room.
We're going to do a really cool skip that we've never done before in this category.
Oh, Scooby.
Kill Scooby to get back to the beginning of the level.
I mean, Just gotta embrace it.
Hey man, if it's faster, it's faster. You know, you just can't like. But speaking of faster, this is you know, not fat. This is Gringos, man. And so this is a boss fight in the game.
Chilly in here.
Yeah, also known as RNGG, because this boss fight is complete RNG, and basically what we need is the Gringos to not be scared of Daphne, and we need him to go up to Daphne and just say hi. Like, he doesn't need to get her number, he doesn't need to do anything, he just needs to say hi to her, and whenever he says hi to her, he gets sucked by the tune, and so we need him to get sucked 3 times, and then if he does that, and we're not getting that one because this game is really good. But as you notice, like it is just completely luck dependent on where the Gringos goes, and also luck dependent on if Cole lives or not. Apparently.
Okay, there's 2. Hey, we got some urns with some Sammys, so we're good.
True. And surely he goes to that one. Nope.
Why, bro? Speak up.
But
no.
Yeah, and basically, yeah. Well. Basically, what we're doing is that we need to, Shirley Temple. But yeah, and then he's gonna wave by. He said hi to Daphne 3 times. We got him what we needed. But now we have the umbrella upgrade, and basically this allows us to float in the air. So it's basically an extension of our double jump. So we double jump and then we float down, and we're actually going to immediately use this umbrella to do one of the coolest skips in the game.
Yeah, here we go. So we're gonna jump over this invisible wall here because again, we don't want to fight the Black Knight. Screw that boss fight. We're gonna go into Fishy 1. Now we've already been to Fishy 4 to get another monster token. That was like the second one we got, so if you don't remember, that's okay. But we're gonna finish getting the monster tokens in this level section. We're gonna jump over here. These floors are slippery, so they make us go fast. We're gonna charge on this trampoline, launch into the air, and glide to the platform.
So sick,
right
man.
It looks fantastic.
It's so fire.
So clean. And we just had to hug the tar monster. We were hugging.
It does involve killing Scooby, actually, Fireball. It does.
Maybe it's not. Maybe we just hug our friend so well.
Yeah. We just hugged the tar
love.
monster, and he sent us back. Yeah, he sent us back to the beginning.
Yes.
Out of love.
Yes.
Yeah. We didn't die.
All right. Now, I'm gonna jump up here, go to this little nook, jump through, out of bounds.
There's a wall there, by the way. You can't see it.
Jump
through the wall
on this invisible wall and charge to this door. That is so we can enter the basement levels. Yeah. Here, I'll let you take it away because I need to lock in for this out of bounds that we're doing now.
This wall also doesn't exist. We are now cataclysmically out of bounds, as I would like to say. But the last skip was called Kate Skip. It's just called Kate Skip because the guy who found it named it after his sister. That's the real story. And so that allows us to get to Gus early, which basically allows us to skip the Redbeard boss fight. So think of it as a Redbeard boss fight skip.
Please don't void warp.
Yeah, we don't want to void warp here, but
that is very...
it basically, we get to skip the Redbeard boss fight, which is really good for us because otherwise we'd have to do a bunch of stuff. But now we are in Gus, and we're here for literally 1 token. It's actually in this room. It's just in between the walls, and we need to basically go in a giant circle so we can hit the button to open up the door so the token spawns, right? But as we're doing that, we're kind of just walking in a little circle here. So if we have any more readings, this would be another good spot to get them going.
Sure. Just want to remind everybody what we're here for. We're raising money for Girls Make Games, which was funded in 2014. In order to provide girls with the space and resources to explore the world of gaming and help them pursue careers in game development. Girls Make Games has helped their alumni go on to graduate high school, college, and onto jobs in the gaming industry and wider STEAM fields. With help through your donations, the Girls Make Games Scholarship Fund will give women and girls the support they need to reach their fullest potential.
Okay.
All right. And now we're going to do another...
Oh, dude, I think we're going to do shipwreck levels. Oh, I forgot. It never ends.
Yeah. But so this is we're to the wreck levels, and you're going to see Cole hopefully do a really cool skip where he bounces off the fish onto an invisible wall, onto another invisible wall to completely float through the level. And yes, that's right, guys. I am the GOAT, and I did find that. I'm so cool, and like, oh my god.
You are
like,
cool for
I'm
finding it, but man,
so
is that
sick.
an annoying trick to get.
No, it's so not bad at all. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, this is Rec 2. This is one of the hardest levels in the game because, yeah, if you notice, depth perception in this game is really bad, and the only depth perception we have here is Scooby's shadow, and so we have to be very precise to get through here because technically we're supposed to like hit buttons and stuff to like move masts and stuff. But why do that when we could just jump forehead? Yes! Yeah, we're gonna pop off for that.
I don't want to scream, but like I'm very happy I didn't have to fumble with that.
Yeah, but this is Rec 3, and this is where the token is that we're actually on our way to go get, and we're basically
right
just
up here.
jump up a bunch of these things,
Oh,
and then
nice.
I also found that tiny baby invisible ledge. That one's actually really annoying. It doesn't look that annoying, but it just doesn't work half the time, which is going to be a recurring theme in this run, where a lot of ledges don't like to work half the time, which we're going to see, especially going towards the end of the game here. But now we're in a ghast, and this is where the umbrella really, I guess, shines because the plungers don't work in this level for whatever reason.
For they were like, you know, plungers allow you to walk on slippery slopes, but not these ones. It actually kind of works out though. Like you can't complain too much because it allows us to do cool momentum things like that. Yep, we just gotta go to the middle of the ocean. Like we are so like far from any actual land that that's just where the Redbeard token is, though. That's the next token we're getting. I got a weird jump there, so I'm just going to land on this little
you're
boat here. There we go.
Land on the...
Play it safe, because if I died, the water will kill me, so, like, if I die, then that would not be good. But anyway, here we go.
Guys, fun fact, if you drown in water, you die. You know.
I did not know that before playing Scooby-Doo 900 Frights.
Yeah.
There we go. We got a nice wall jump, by the way.
If you touch the water, actually, in that, you don't have to... It doesn't have to be deep. You touch the pool, bro. The kiddie pool. It's over.
Yeah. If you drink water, it's over. You just dissolve like...
Also, that pause storage that he just did with that warp, that actually saves a ton of time, and it also saves going through, in my opinion, the hardest movement level in the game, which is a Gas 2, the second half of it.
Yeah, that level
so that's actually a really, really
bad.
big pause storage. And I think it's the last one that we do in the run. No, we do one more. We do.
No,
I lied for attention.
Yep. No, it's okay. You just lie to the audience. It's fine.
Yeah, I just love attention. You know what I mean?
Oh my God!
I'm not going to talk for the rest of this because I'm going to speak for the rest of the.
What?
I just take over. This is my run now.
Oh my God, that'd be. This is my show, not the other way around. But anyway, yeah. So now we're in the manor. We're gonna get all the monster tokens here right before we go to the lab and then fight the final boss. So we're almost done. So we got the one in the very first room, which we could have gotten earlier, but it's way faster to do with a double jump. Now we're in the kitchen. We're going to collect this key. Normally you'd want to turn those burners off because, as we also saw in the last run, if you've been watching the marathon, fire is dangerous and hot, and we don't have a fire extinguisher with us this time. So we are just schmooving through. Here's the second to last snack 8 we're going to pay. It's only 200 because you're supposed to be here way earlier in the game. Like, the nice thing about Manor is that we have all these items in our arsenal, so we're going to be doing some crazy
skips. This is like the
skips
fifth level
here.
You're supposed to go to or something. Like, it's...
No. It's definitely like one of the... You're supposed to go here after the helmet. But we're going to press this button to unlock this shortcut here, but we're not going to go up that yet. We are going to go into this room, and I need to pray that walls cooperate.
So this is a mine 2 wall climb, and Cole's either going to get it instantly, and it's going to look very trivial, or you're going to see why this is the most annoying wall in the entire game.
I'm the
go! Luckily, he just gets it first try. Those ledges just don't work like 70% of the time. Like it's so
finicky,
annoying, but. We get that token, and now we're actually going to make our way to another token immediately, and we're going to use a shortcut, which they put shortcuts in this game because it's like a Metroidvania, and basically this shortcut unlocks with the umbrella, which is why we got the umbrella before we came to do Manor, is just so that we could take that shortcut, because that shortcut spawns us in Tower, which in turn spawns us in order to be able to do this trick called BKE, or Black Knight Early, where we use the Super Smash to extend our aerial time just to get right around those invisible ledges and those invisible walls in order to get up to not fight the Black Knight, but just to get the token. That was crazy. Yeah, that was really good movement. And then we get that, and we don't actually fight the Black Knight, but obviously it was found for I think all bosses originally, like way back in like 2016 or something. But now we're gonna kill Scooby yet again for fun after we get the token that we literally only needed to get the plungers for that token.
That was the main plunger reason. Yep.
Just for that, and it takes like 2 seconds to get the token, but we have to go through this long plunger getting spree, and then it's like, bro. Anyway.
Yeah.
But now we're going backwards through all these lab levels. Not lab levels, these manor levels.
Yes.
We're not there
Look at
yet,
this beautiful
but...
laboratory here.
Yeah, this is
outdoorsy.
Yep.
But yeah, we're going backwards through these levels.
Going backwards through here is that you know, the most important thing is that like when you go backwards through levels, a lot of the times you will just be able to avoid snack gates. So in this next level, as Cole basically floats around a cutscene trigger. Nice. And then skips the cutscene trigger. Nice. He basically enters here, and if you notice, there's a snack gate to the right there. Boom. We just don't hit it, and so we don't have to pay it. And it's going to be a reoccurring theme. Oh, that's swag. Wait, I haven't seen that before. I'm like, what the heck? Wait, that's
really?
Cool.
Yeah, I thought about
that. Did you find that?
Well, I mean, I'm sure other people have done it, but I started doing it like 2 days ago. So it is kind of fresh.
That's swag. Okay. Yeah. Wow.
It's pretty fun.
That's cool. Anyway, we didn't like that room, so we just left.
Yeah. No, actually, it was so that there's a little puzzle with Shaggy, but again, we're an independent dog. We don't need no man. But because we entered the room
also that wall doesn't exist.
Yeah, also, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just so used to walls not existing. I feel because it's like, what? Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. So much happens in this run. We're gonna jump on here and get this monster token. Oh my goodness gracious!
I'm not derailing us. I don't know what you're talking about.
There's just so much. This run has something going on like every 5 seconds. It's insane.
Yeah, that's probably the stores that saves the most amount of time in this game. Probably.
Oh, we're good.
Really, really, really big. Yeah, we're rich, bro. And that ledge also doesn't like to work half the time, by the way. That ledge just doesn't really like to work. But these ledges hopefully like to work. I say that as soon as you miss it.
Yeah, and then I miss it.
But this is a really cool thing. So we're going to climb up this wall, and then we're basically going to float across the sky to basically... We set this ledge up here with a button, and basically we did that so that we can enter the top half of Lab 3, because at the bottom of Lab 3, there's a big old cutscene, long cutscene, and again, cutscenes are boring, and we want to skip them, and so if we spawn at the top, we skip the cutscene, and then we also land at the top of the level, which coinky dinkly is where this monster token is. Bong!
The last one.
And then the last one. That is the last one, so we're done, and now we're gonna go fight the Mastermind. Finally, we've got all 21 tokens? Don't quote me.
I really should know that number, but that sounds about right. I feel bad.
It would probably be a good fun fact. Anyone in chat know how many
They're supposed to learn from us. They're not supposed to learn.
Nah. Hey, someone's got to know, like, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it looks like we only have 30 snacks to spare. I played it kind of safe. I don't know what the Scooby snack to USD ratio is, but maybe $1. Got 30 bucks in our pocket. Let's go. Maybe sell them on eBay or something. But
I mean,
yeah, we're approaching the final boss now. The next room is the final boss. We have Shaggy. I don't know how he ended up in a crane game with a shark like biting his feet, but they must want us to do something with those buttons. But I'm just gonna go over here.
We could just not.
Wall. Yeah, let's just not do that.
Yeah, that wall doesn't
Shaggy.
exist.
Rest in peace. He was a good
he's actually
Shaggy.
dead now. Whenever you actually skip this, you actually don't see him for the rest of the game. It actually like despawns it because like he actually dies. I'm just lying for attention. He's right there. Yeah, it's fine. But all
right, here we go.
This wall doesn't exist, by the way.
Yeah, this wall doesn't exist. We're gonna skip the first phase of this boss fight. There's 4 phases in total, and we're gonna press these buttons through the electricity. The first 3 phases we gotta press all these buttons. So there's usually an enemy wave, which this is the second one. Kill all of these guys. And we're going to skip the 3rd phase by doing something a little strange. We're going to hit this button, and then count with me. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5
7,
Mississippi.
8.
Hey, that's not cool. But we delayed pushing these buttons so we can trick the game into thinking that we beat the 3rd phase, and the button's already ready to be pressed. So, all right, this is the final phase. Mastermind's going to spawn on the floor at random, but you see the electricity back there? When Mastermind hits the electricity, that is when the timer is going to end. So he spawned in a really nice location, so get ready for timer. I don't know when it'll. Now.
There you go.
I would have done a countdown, but it's random, so I apologize. But that is time. So I hope I didn't have a timer on me, but I hope that felt pretty good. That felt very good. I can't believe I did the
38:20.
Nice. That's really good. I'm very happy with that.
GG's.
Yeah.
W.
That was all monster tokens in 38 minutes. Very, very nice.
So do you think that since this is a Metroidvania, that we've proven that you can, in fact, teach an old dog new tricks?
Oh!
You know, maybe. I mean,
yes.
We also have taught you that you can. Never mind.
We taught you what?
Guys, anyway, just quick shout outs. Cole makes YouTube content. It's really good. You should check it out.
Thank you.
YouTube.com. I don't know his handle. I'll be so real, but just look up Coley. He has a lot of videos on this game. He has a lot of videos on other games like Wii Fit, speedrun. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Good content. We also have a podcast together.
I was going to shout that out. Yeah.
Because unlike Jaxler, we actually shout out the podcast that we're on. It's crazy. Check that out if you'd like to hear us yap about nothing forever.
Yeah, that's the podcast.
Yeah, ETNA podcast, baby.
Yup.
And then that's about it. If you want to learn about this game, we have a Discord. We have a Discord for it.
Yeah, we do.
You can find that
You're
on
just
the
taking it
SRC
away.
page. I did. Yeah, sorry. I'm just in shout out mode.
I'm not gonna pay you.
Yeah, I'm getting paid. Yeah, guys.
No,
yeah, I'm definitely getting paid for this.
We didn't sign a contract or anything. But also,
Well,
please, I'm sure that everybody's gonna say this, but please donate to the Girls Make Games Scholarship Fund. It's for a really, really, really great cause. And also stay tuned for the next run because it's with Sin. And Sin actually speedruns another Scooby game that I run, which is Scooby-Doo Unmasked. But I believe Sin's doing Ed, and Eddie.
Ed and Eddie, yeah.
So shout out to him. Shout out to Jax.
Can we get some W women in the chat, please?
W women.
I just need some W women. Yeah.
It's good stuff. But I don't know. As the host, what did you think of the game? Just out of curiosity, and then outro us out.
It was just kind of wild. I don't think I've seen Scooby move like that ever, and I doubt I'll ever see him move like that again.
Very good way to put it. Yeah.
All right. Thank you both so much. We're gonna get set up for the next run now.
But what I don't get is how she got the professor
Thank you for having us.
in a mastermind costume, no